Alright, so I have my cut out hole punches of the filter paper, and these are my 2 grams of yeast that I'm going to put into my 35 degrees Celsius water. I got my little thermometer in there so I can measure the temperature. And so that's my 100% Catalase solution right there. And I'm now about to make the hydrogen peroxide solution, the 1.3%, so I'm going to put 10 cc's of water, filtered water, and 10 cc's of peroxide. So that's prepared. And I've already labeled my well plate. I'm going to start adding the enzyme to the well plate as directed. It has it's 25%, 50, 75, and 100% solutions. So they've all been created. I'm going to put my first piece of filter paper into the first set of 0%, which is just water. I'm going to put that at the bottom of my peroxide, and I'll start my timer. I'll do 1 trial on camera, and then I'll do my other 2 trials off camera, and I'll return. So now I'm back. I'm going to put a piece of filter paper into my 25% Catalase solution. And I'm going to put that at the bottom of the peroxide, and I'll do my other 2 trials off camera. And now I'm taking a piece of filter paper to put in my 50% Catalase solution. And now I'm putting that at the bottom of the peroxide. And I started my timer, did my other 2 trials. So now I have my piece of filter paper, and I'm about to put that into the 75% Catalase solution. And now into the peroxide, and I'll start my timer, and I'll complete all 3 of my trials. And then now I'm back, and I have my filter paper that I put into the 100% Catalase solution and into the peroxide, and I completed 3 trials of that as well. Alright, so I've moved on to the effective temperature on the Catalase. So I have my 100% Catalase solution and a brand new peroxide solution. I'm going to take a piece of filter paper and place it into my room temperature Catalase solution, and now into the peroxide that's also room temperature. And I'll do 3 trials of this. Okay, I've returned, and now my hydrogen peroxide and my Catalase have both been sitting in ice baths, and I just checked their temperatures. So I'm going to put some of this Catalase into a well plate. I'm going to take my piece of filter paper and place my filter paper into the 10 degrees below. It's 17 degrees right now, and now I'll put it into the peroxide, and I'll do my 2 trials off camera. Alright, so now these have been sitting in my hot water bath. Okay, they are at 10 degrees above room temperature. So I'm going to put that solution, my filter paper into that solution, and then my filter paper into the peroxide. And I'll do 2 trials off camera, come back. Now I'm back. These have been sitting. This is my peroxide that I'm taking out. It's been sitting in an even warmer hot water bath. It should be 47 degrees right now, as well as my Catalase that's also been sitting in that warm water bath. I'm going to place it into its well plate, put a piece of filter paper into it, and take that filter paper and put it into the peroxide. And I'm going to start my timer, do 2 more trials off camera. Alright, so now I've just taken this peroxide out of the 57 degree hot water bath, and my Catalase has also been sitting in that 57 degrees. And I'm going to put 20 drops of that 57-degree Catalase in a well plate, dip my filter paper, and put my filter paper into my peroxide, and then I'll do 2 more trials off camera. Alright, so now I've got my 100% Catalase solution that I remade just because it had been too long. Got my new peroxide, and I've already prepared my well plates with the acids and base solutions as directed. So I'm going to take a piece of filter paper and I'm going to place it into my B1. I'm going to take my B1 solution, put my filter paper in it, and put my filter paper into the bottom of the peroxide eventually. And I'm going to start my timer, and I'll do 2 more trials of that off camera. Alright, so I'm back, and I've completed my trials for the B1. I have my B2 solution from my acid. I'm going to put this filter paper down into that solution and blot it off. And I'll complete my 3 trials and I'll come back. Alright, so I'm back and I've completed my B2 trials, and now I'm going to move on to my B3 solution. I'm going to put this in the bottom of my peroxide. And now I'm finished with my B3 solution, so I'm going to get started with my B4 solutions. And put it in the bottom of the peroxide. Start my timer. And I'll complete my other 2 trials and I'll return. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to my B5 trials. A piece of filter paper and my pre-prepared Catalase solution. Put it in the bottom of the peroxide and start my timer. And I'll do my other 2 trials. And I'll come. Alright, so I finished my B5 trials with the acid, so now I'm going to move on to the base portion, and I'll do my D1 trial on camera. And since we're likely running out of a lot of time on this video, do my D1 trial with the base. Alright, so I've completed my D1 trials. I'll move on to my D2. Take my piece of filter paper. This into my D2 base solution, and I'll put it inside of the peroxide and start the timer. Okay, and I'll complete my other 2 trials and Alright, so I finished with my D2 solution, so I'm going to move on to my D3 solution. Get my filter paper. Place it in my D3 base solution. And I will put it at the bottom of the peroxide and start the timer. Alright, so I finished my D3 trials, and I'm going to move on to my D4 solution trials. Put it at the bottom of the peroxide and start my timer. Alright, so I finished my D4 trials. I'm going to move on to my D5 trials. Place my filter paper into this solution and into the bottom of the peroxide, and I'm going to start my timer. And I'll do my other 2 trials.